ones are going to be more concentrated around history. So some of the categories are US history, world history, ancient history, and there's one more that I haven't actually looked at yet. We most likely won't get to in this video because there's 100 questions, and yeah. So in today's video I'm going to be doing that suggestion that someone left for me, which I really appreciate, and once I read it, I felt like really silly because the suggestion was to take some time between saying the question and providing the answer. And I just thought, why did I not think of that in the first place? Like, why was I not already doing that? But nonetheless, thank you very much for leaving that suggestion. So that suggestion was probably about a week old by now. And this video, by the time that it's uploaded, that person would have left that comment about a month ago, I think. So that's why I made that post where I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, if it looks like I ignored your suggestion, I didn't. It just pre-recorded. Just because I'm going on holiday soon, so I want to pre-record a lot of the videos. So a lot of them, like this one, will be uploaded in about a month after now. So just letting you guys know. So here's the trusty iPad, and let's get into it. I won't spend too much time diddle-daddling, diddy-daddling, whatever the word is. Okay. Alright, so let's start with the first category on this website, which is US history. I was going to go do different categories, like all jumbled up, but then I thought, like, I'm probably going to forget what I've done, and I don't want to repeat anything, so let's start with US history trivia questions. When was the Declaration of Independence signed? That is the 2nd of August, 1776. The United States bought Alaska from which country? The answer to that is Russia. Who was the 4th President of the United States? That was James Madison. Which era marked a switch from agricultural practices to industrial practices? I personally think that this question should have gone in the World Trivia 1, the category, because this happened all over the world. Like in Great Britain, like everywhere. It's not just an American thing. No shade to America. And the answer is the Industrial Revolution. What was the name of the series of programs and projects President Franklin D. Roosevelt enacted during the Great Depression? Also, I apologise about those loud birds, they are so annoying, but unfortunately the daytime is the only time I can record these videos because my father takes ages to go to sleep, so I can't do it during the night when these birds are quieter. But anyways, I don't know if I actually finished that question. Well, what was the name of the series of programs and projects Franklin D. Roosevelt enacted during the Great Depression? Those who were called the New Deal. Fill in the blank. The 19th Amendment guarantees blank the right to vote. And that is women. Sad that it took 19 amendments to do that. Which 4 presidents are on Mount Rushmore? George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson, and Theodore Roosevelt. Who was the first woman to make $1 million in the United States? Madam C.J. Walker. I wonder what she did. In which year was George H.W. Bush elected president? That was in 1988. What do the stripes on the American flag represent? That is 13 original states. Original colonies. Where was Martin Luther King Jr. born? He was born in Atlanta. Which two Native American leaders led Lakota, and Cheyenne warriors in the fight against Lieutenant Colonel George Custer's troops in the Battle of Little Bighorn? Sorry, so many words. The answer is Crazy Horse and Sitting Bull. Finish the line Franklin D. Roosevelt said during his speech addressing the attack on Pearl Harbor. Yesterday, December 7, 1941. A date which will live in infamy. What was the name of the landmark Supreme Court case that ruled the racial segregation of schools unconstitutional? Brown v. the Board of Education. What year was the Vietnam Veterans Memorial dedicated in Washington, D.C.? The answer to that one is 1982. The shot heard around the world, end quote, describes the beginning of which battles in the American Revolution? The battles of Lexington and Concord. Which was the first state to legalize same-sex marriage? And that is Massachusetts. Who was president during the Cuban Missile Crisis? The answer to that is John F. Kennedy. Who was the first black Supreme Court justice in the United States? Thurgood Marshall. Sorry, those birds will not be quiet. Hopefully it's not too loud in the video. Maybe it could be some lovely background noise. So yeah, I'm really hoping it's not too loud. And like the house keeps creaking, everything is deciding to make noise. But I might be being a bit dramatic and maybe it's not that loud in the video. We'll have to see. Nonetheless, thank you for sticking with me. So, in what year did child labour laws start in the United States? That is in 1938. What was the name of the battle in the Pacific fought between the US Navy and the Imperial Japanese Navy in June 1942? That is the Battle of Midway. When was of Gettysburg fought during the Civil War? Sorry if my face gets a bit like, what's the word, like ambivalent. It's just because I'm focusing on pronouncing some of these things, like places, dates, time, all those things that I've never heard of really before, because a lot of these things I don't know about because I'm not American. We don't really learn it. We don't really learn about American history in our schools. To an extent, obviously I know about the Revolution, and what else do I know about? Boston Tea Party, that's obviously a part of it. The Civil War, the Civil Rights Movement, that type of stuff we do learn about, but not really much about this, the battles and all that. The answer to that is July 1st through to July 3rd, 1863. Who was the first American to win a Nobel Peace Prize? The answer to that one is Theodore Roosevelt. What country did the US men's Olympic hockey team defeat in the semi-finals of the 1980 Winter Olympics in Lake Placid, a game commonly known as the Miracle on Ice? Wow, that is a long one. The answer to that is the Soviet Union. What year did the North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, go into effect? That was in 1994. Okay, I'm going to stop for now, and I will do the rest of the questions in another video that hopefully will not be so loud. I need to find the perfect time to record these videos when no one is home and everyone's quiet, and also the outside is quiet as well, or quieter, because I don't think these birds were quiet for a single second of this video. I know I'm being dramatic, but still. So I apologise if during this video I looked distant or distracted in any way. It was because I was focusing on the noise, trying to hoping that it was not that loud. So, thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope that you enjoyed it, and thank you very much for the suggestions that you guys are leaving. I once again really appreciate it, and the recommendations, and